you said the wrong thing. You know exactly which moment. Maybe it was yesterday. Maybe it was 11 years ago, but the second your mind goes quiet, there it is again. Sharp, vivid, almost physical. You hear yourself say it. You watch the other person's face change. And your stomach does that thing. You have replayed that scene hundreds of times, maybe thousands. And here is the strange part. It never gets better. The more you replay it, the worse it feels. So why can't your brain just let it go? The answer is not weakness. It is not anxiety. It is not a character flaw. The answer is that your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do, and it is doing it brilliantly. The problem is that it was designed for a world that no longer exists. This is the story of a mental trap that has been running in the human mind for at least 200,000 years. It kept your ancestors alive. And now, in a world with no predators, it is eating you. Your brain has a negative bias. This is not a metaphor. It is a measurable, documented feature of your neural architecture, first mapped by psychologists Roy Baumeister and Ellen Bratzlaffsky in their landmark 2001 paper, Bad is Stronger Than Good. What they found was startling in its simplicity. Negative events are processed more thoroughly, remembered more vividly, and recalled more easily than positive ones, even when the positive events are objectively larger. A single criticism hits harder than 5 compliments. One bad day can erase the memory of a good week. And a moment of social rejection can replay in your head for a decade. Your brain is not broken. It is biased. And it is biased on purpose. Think about the environment your ancestors lived in, not your grandparents, not medieval Europe. Go back further. Go back to the African savannah 200,000 years ago. Your ancestors woke up every morning not knowing if today was the day something killed them. Predators were real. Rival groups were dangerous. A wrong move in a social hierarchy could mean exile. And exile, without a tribe, meant death. In that environment, the brain that paid the most attention to negative information survived. The brain that shrugged off a near miss with a lion did not pass on its genes. The brain that replayed the near miss, analyzed it, obsessed over it, extracted every lesson it could. That brain was still alive the next morning. Psychologist Rick Hansen, who spent decades studying the neuroscience of human negativity, described this phenomenon with a phrase that has become famous in his field. Your brain is like Velcro for negative experiences and Teflon for positive ones. Negative memories stick. Positive ones slide off. This asymmetry was not a mistake. It was a survival advantage. But there is a second layer to what your brain is doing when it loops. It is not just replaying. It is problem solving. Your brain categorizes unresolved social failures as open threats. When something goes wrong in a relationship, in a group, in a public moment, your mind treats it the same way it would treat an unhealed wound. It keeps returning to it because, on some ancient level, it believes it can still fix it. The replay is not punishment. The replay is rehearsal. This is the insight at the heart of what researcher Martin Seligman and his colleagues discovered when they began mapping what they called rumination in the 1990s. Rumination, the clinical term for what you are doing when you loop a negative memory, is not random. It follows a pattern. Your brain returns to events where the social stakes were highest, moments of embarrassment, rejection, failure, in front of others, or situations where you felt you let someone down. These are exactly the categories of event that would have threatened your ancestors' social standing. And social standing in a small tribal group was not a luxury. It was survival. Your mind loops these moments because, for most of human history, the loop sometimes worked. Sometimes you replayed a conflict and found a way to repair it. Sometimes you replayed a mistake and figured out how not to make it again. The loop was adaptive. The loop had a function. The tragedy of the modern world is that the loop rarely has a function anymore. The embarrassing thing you said at a party 3 years ago cannot be unsaid. The argument that ended a friendship is over. The opportunity you missed has already closed. There is nothing to fix. But your brain does not know that. Your brain is running an ancient operating system in a world it was never designed for, and it keeps returning to the file, opening it, reading it, searching for a resolution that isn't there. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux spent decades mapping the amygdala, the small almond-shaped structure deep in your brain that acts as your emotional alarm system. What Ledoux found changed the way scientists think about fear and memory. The amygdala does not distinguish between a real threat and a remembered one. When you replay that cringe-worthy moment, your amygdala fires. Your body gets a small dose of cortisol. Your heart rate ticks up. Your palms may dampen slightly. You are not just thinking about the past. Your body is partially living it again. Every replay is a low-grade stress response. And stress responses, repeated often enough, carve grooves into your neural architecture that make the next replay easier, faster, more automatic. The more you loop, the deeper the groove. The deeper the groove, the more likely your brain is to slip into it the next time things go quiet. This is why negative memories can feel sharper at 2 a.m. than they did at 2 p.m. The noise of the day suppresses the loop. Silence gives it room. Your brain, with nothing else to process, defaults to the file it has never resolved. So what does your mind actually want from this? Why does it keep offering you the memory? The answer is almost poignant when you understand it. Your brain is trying to protect your status. It is trying to protect your belonging. Because for 200,000 years, belonging was not a feeling, it was a biological necessity. A human who was excluded from the group did not just feel bad. A human who was excluded from the group was in mortal danger. And so your brain evolved to treat social threat with the same urgency it gives physical threat. Rejection activates the same pain circuits as physical pain. This is not a metaphor. A 2003 study by Naomi Eisenberger at UCLA placed subjects in a brain scanner and had them play a virtual ball tossing game where, at a certain point, the other players stopped passing the ball to them. The exclusion was entirely digital. The other players were not real. But the subjects' brains lit up in exactly the same regions that activate during physical pain. Your brain cannot tell the difference between being left out of a game and being left out of the tribe. To your nervous system, they feel the same. This is the architecture you are living inside. A system built to remember every social wound. A system built to replay every unresolved threat. A system that treats a stranger's mild disapproval as a data point worth logging and storing and returning to for years. And here is the cruelest part. Knowing this does not immediately stop the loop. Understanding the evolutionary reason for rumination does not dissolve the feeling. Your brain does not respond to logic when the alarm is active. It responds to pattern. It responds to repetition. It responds to the slow, patient work of replacing old grooves with new ones. But something shifts when you understand what the loop actually is. The replay is not evidence of your failure. It is evidence of your brain's loyalty to your survival. It is trying to protect you the only way it knows how, by making sure you never make that mistake again, never lose that status again, never feel that excluded again. It is a system of care, expressed in the only language evolution gave it: threat detection, threat memory, threat anticipation. Your ancestors who looped survived. The ones who shrugged did not. You are here because your brain never stopped caring about what other people thought, because it never stopped replaying the moments that felt dangerous, because it never stopped searching for the resolution that might one day make the tribe accept you back. Tonight, when things go quiet and that memory surfaces again, the thing you said, the moment you got it wrong, the face that changed, your brain is not torturing you. It is doing the oldest job in the human story. It is keeping watch. It is keeping score. It is trying in the only way 200,000 years of evolution prepared it to keep you safe. The world is different now. The tribe is not waiting to exile you. The mistake is already over. But your brain is still on the savannah, and it is still watching. And it still cannot stop thinking about what went wrong.